Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Happy Wednesday. It is a new season of Battlegrounds, I do declare. And as always, if you don't want to fight the greatest Battlegrounds players, you may want to hold off in the first couple days even. Or just accept your fate, as I like to do. Because until the best of the best players get past the victory track into Gladiator Circuit, they could be fighting you. And they could be beating you. We have another 6-star Nexus Crystal Selector bundle that has popped up. There's this. And there's a Mythic Nexus Selector, which is normally $5. Let's look at this. Okay, so you get a Mythic class-based Nexus Selector. And then, with 7 stars here, this still feels like it's at least 1,000 units too high to me. Now, maybe this is not targeted for Paragon players, and that's Kabam's way of talking about it. But hey, it actually says those who become Paragon. If you've become Paragon, I am coming out with a video today that talks about how we were in the Twilight Zone. It's like Kabam has shown us the future, but they've reverted all deals. It feels like to before Paragon crystals and 7-star crystals came into the game, they're just wanting us to care as much about these. And I don't know about you, but it's just impossible for me to do that. I can't do that. It feels against my entire being to do that. By the way, Battlegrounds is here. As always, Battlegrounds usually starts with, oh, that's fun. This is going to be another one of those Battleground seasons where the new objectives don't pop up for 2 days. Please tell me this gets fixed. Because I will not do a Battlegrounds fight until I can get trophy tokens from my losses. You can say that's petty, but that is just smart. This is the purpose of this video, though. There's so much to talk about beforehand. Where it is Escape from Titan Episode 4, The Great Moondragon Escape. Now, I was not at all shy about how I struggled against the Mantis boss. The first 2 chapters I found to be remarkably easy, so much so that it almost felt like it was a free 6-star Awakening Gem Crystal and free, most importantly, 6-star Awakening Gem that's a generic. And then Kabam ratcheted up the difficulty, I felt, pretty significantly in Week 3. So we'll see what Week 4 looks like. Maybe it's back to easy, or maybe it's a combination of both, or maybe it's the hardest thing we've seen. I don't know. What I do know is that this is my new questing team. I'm throwing in OG Hulk in there as well, which is kind of a surprise. A lot of heavy science, which may or may not screw me over. But look, let's say I jump into here, right? Let's say I jump into here and I get absolutely wrecked. Well, I can restart for pennies on the dollar, as I like to say, because you can enter this as many times as possible. You just need to use some energy, which is 1 energy per tile. Okay, so Aegon, Doom, and Deadpool. We're going to go the Aegon route because in terms of saving time on paper, that is the easy route. You can see the PI of the Defender, 46,000. Once again, pretty high. Bubble Shield, Dauntless. Okay, so we are going to, as usual, build up Hercules. I do appreciate in this side quest that the relic is full when the fight starts. I already got my 2 feats of strength. The trade-off on this strategy is that I can't automatically make the mistakes that I intentionally want to, even though I guess a mistake sounds accidental. Because without the Restoration Kit synergy, I can't recover the health of taking, say, a heavy to the face or a special attack to the face in order to gain that 3rd feat of strength. But the cool trade-off is that with the OG Hulk plus 3 strength synergy, I feel like I'm getting that already when the fight starts. Because remember, when it comes to Hercules, the OG Hulk synergy gives Hulk a plus 15% Fury, affects Potency, which does that up, and Hercules starts the fight with plus 3 strength. So I do think that balances out not taking a heavy up. This is such a first world problem, but My goal, generally, in a safe way, to get that third feat of strength, besides the parry heavy and the intercept, is to build to a special 3. But what I've noticed lately is that Hercules just knocks out the opponent before I can get to a special 3, which, again, is a first world problem. Now, I love when Hyperion is being very aggressive with AI, because he can easily feel like a secret all or nothing node, which is another video I've got dropping on my channel today regarding, and shout out to my man Chaos Penguin, who really outlined this well, and I'm just following his lead, regarding all the ways that he noticed that the AI has evolved in the past month or so. And we're going to kind of do a deep dive into what that looks like. Okay, this path is extremely easy. They've chosen... I mean, Hyperion is not the easiest defender. I guess I shouldn't make light of that, especially if the AI is passive and he keeps building the special 3s. But I'll take fighting Hyperion over Zemo. I'll take fighting him. Last week we had Rentra and Sasquatch back to back. By the way, this would be actually a pretty easy special 1 to get hit by, because it does almost no damage. Because in my worst champion poll week, I am going to put a Century of Disappointment toward the top of the list of science champions, even though he feels like he's been buffed 7 times. That still hasn't made up for it. I was not expecting the Moondragon final chapter to have Drax as a boss. This is fascinating. Is this a gift or is this a curse? Heavy Assault. Both champions' attack is increased by 500% when using a heavy attack. While charging a heavy attack, this defender is unstoppable. Alright, so speaking of Hyperion, he'd be a great champion for that. Cutting wires, whenever a robotic attacker would gain a bleed, they can gain a shock debuff, standstill, explosive personality. Alright, so let's see how much damage just 1 parry heavy for Hercules does. 20% damage. Yeah, this final boss is a gift from Kabam. If you compare this to Mantis, it feels like turning everything down to easy mode. I also remember the day where Drax's special 1 was so slow, you could like bait it in your sleep. So yeah, he becomes unstoppable, but you just easily work around that. And that was the easiest fight of the month. This is a true gift from Kabam as far as boss is concerned. I'm not saying that to get to the boss you won't have some hard fights, but given what the rewards are, week 3 was by far the most annoying. I mean, I don't think that's a hot take. I think that's just an objective fact. Now, hopefully I haven't beaten the content so fast that the game is not ready to give me the rewards. There we go. Thank you, server. 2,000 more 6-star shards, 700... and 55-star roller crystals. By the way, for those of you who are Paragon, pretty convenient, given that this is only 1 energy per take, that we get to have some hero use points. Maybe I'll challenge myself to use more 7 stars because they are worth more during the hero use event. But if you want to double up, that's why 7-star Domino with mutant combat and hero use at the same time is so clutch. And I think that's what I'm going to try to do, especially because if you get a bunch of points on a heavy attack, and now you're giving me even more incentive to parry heavy with Domino on a boss, that is a beautiful thing that I will look to take advantage of. So, yes, this is the final week. I'll probably be doing a video at some point opening my 6-star Awakening Gem Crystal because, of course, the main one doesn't require RNG, but I'll probably claim them at the same time just for video's sake. But this is the first month we have ever had a generic 6-star Awakening Gem. I just used one less than a week ago on Wolverine, and I knew I'd get it right back. I think most importantly, if you add that 2,000 6-star shards we just saw, with the 8,000 you get here, you actually get 10,000 6-star shards. And then you add it to the 3,000, and you've almost got enough for a featured 6-star crystal today, even if you had 0 6-star shards in your inventory going into this week's side quest, assuming... and I guess is a big assumption that you've already explored the first 3. So, let's keep this video under 10 minutes. It's a total gift from Kabam this week. The Drax boss is like a joke, and I mean that thankfully. I do not mean that in a criticizing kind of way. Thank you, Kabam. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.